Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Also, happy Volunteers Day, everybody. When hope you volunteered? Last week? Last week. I'm to that. Anyway, comfortable. Who sit on the chair? If you like, you can put under your feet the small cushions. The more comfortable, and your feet more warm. Anyway, oh, good. Yeah, that's good. And more comfortable. Yeah, then, anyway, I think most people there, they really come here a long time, they know. Anyway, first we set up the perfect motivation to front the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, then Buddha's teachings, the Bodhisattva's teachings, Also, if you, what you have fed for, God, Jesus, Buddha, anyway, you can think of visualization. Whatever you have fed, whoever there in the front here, not necessarily we think about Buddha there. Whatever you have fed, in front of there you can set the perfect motivation. Today I have benefit for all the sentient beings. Therefore I receive the teaching, I listen the teaching, I study the Dharma, I meditation the Dharma, meditation, compassion, bodhicitta, and from the front of them, then we can get motivation set up. And if we think about benefit for all the sentient beings, therefore I listen the teaching, I study the Dharma. That kind of mind, everybody think a moment. Can we, everybody, mind stay during that kind of mind? For a while? Sometimes we must not stay easily, but try to learn back. Benefit all the sentient beings. Therefore, I listen teaching, I meditation Dharma. Look like that. Look.
So yeah, please set up motivation like that, for a moment, with your eyes closed. So try to generate that mind and stay on that mind for as long as possible.
mind stay a little bit. Then this mind can be focused on this object a little bit. No, this is a meditation. Actually, there in a technique in meditation, we bring our mind inside. Usually our mind is just all the world. You know, same as the internet, we can go everywhere. Our mind go everywhere, you know. But try to bring, you know, every day, when you practice the Dharma, that time you try to mind come inside. First you bring your mind our country in here. Then bring our city. Then try to make inside the house. Then try to make front of your, you know, your meditation place or your practice place. Then bring just by yourself, little thinking, you know, little bit, slowly. Then use also, you know, the 7 different ways to, you know, bring mind inside, you know. Then how you stare, then you think about, then you, how you put your head, then your tongue, your hands, you know. All the things. Usually there are many different ways, but also.
The 7 posture of channel.
Yeah, think about that, you know. This is a technique to mind being inside. Then you can count the breath. Go out, come in, go out. Just focus there. Then just focus that, then mind doesn't go other way. Mind can say that. Usually be easy to forget or mind go jump there. For example, we like very, very nice, good sound. Very, you know, calm, very peaceful. Then we listen there. Then we just open the eyes, but the ears listen there. Then if you can see something that doesn't recognize, because our mind is 100% focused on the sound. Look at that, you know. Once you breathe out, in, out, count. There's technique to mind bring inside. Then you mind stable. then meditation, some other subject, think about it a little bit, you know. Look at that. Then every day we do a little bit of meditation. Everybody loves meditation. Then really very important to be relationship, religion or not relationship, religion. Compassion is very important. If you practice meditation, compassion is not necessary to touch the religion. No. Not touch.
Without being related to Buddhist teaching.
Compassion. You know, if you use, you know, you just religion cannot go.
So if we compare compassion and religion, I think compassion is more pervasive.
Right? We have a lot of people all over the world. Maybe half believe the religion, half doesn't believe the religion. But everybody has compassion. Compassion can walk all the beings, right? Also even the animals doesn't know the religion, but they have compassion, they have passion too. They love their kids, you know. Therefore, also even Dharma, religion, Tibetan Buddhism say, then compassion is root of the chi enlightenment.
It's the main cause to achieve enlightenment.
Any Pate Dhammachabi, any Omanjubi Chujila Thompson, let's go. Kashit in the Velo Thompson, Saveta, Long Nella, Mumba, Dava, Nejava, Tisha Dava, Toma Niji Topas, Niji Bode, Kaji Saveta Odiana, Toma, Parva, Tamasumka, Kitchen Bode.
And so this is why Chandakriti prays to compassion at the beginning of his text, engaging the middle way, where he prays to compassion, saying that compassion is like the seed, which is very important, throughout the time, in the beginning, the middle, and at the end. So it's very important at the beginning, like the seed, the seed from which grows all the crops and the sprouts and so forth. For example, if you plant apple outside in the garden, then the seed is very important in order to plant the apple, right? The apple seed is very important. So without the seed, no matter how much the water, the manure, the fertilizers, and so forth you pour into that ground, no matter how much of those things went in there, if there's no seed, it will not grow, right? So just like that, in order to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings, compassion is always needed. So it's just like the seed. So before even generating the mind of enlightenment or bodhicitta, the wish to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings, before you can even generate that, you have to have compassion. So before generating the bodhicitta, you need compassion in order to generate bodhicitta. So once you have generated bodhicitta, you still need compassion, because just like the seed, even though the seed is there, you still need water and fertilizer and moisture and so forth, in order for it to grow. So just like that, compassion is always needed, and even after one has generated bodhicitta, in order for the bodhicitta to grow and become strong. And so, so based on the compassion, then you generate bodhicitta. And then once you have generated bodhicitta, with both method and wisdom together, then you engage in the practice. So for that also, you need to have compassion. So then even after you have gone through those practices of method and wisdom and then eventually achieve the state of full enlightenment, you still need compassion. So once you have achieved the enlightenment, if you don't have compassion, then the Buddha will not perform the deeds to benefit sentient beings. So for example, you planted the fruit and then you grow the fruit, the fruit is ripe. But if you don't pick it up and then put it in a nice box or something, a container, then the fruit may go bad, right?
Then you can stand all the water. Anyway, look at that kind of compassion is very important. It's Buddhism, of course, but without touching Buddhism also. Compassion, all the people have.
And so, how much compassion we have towards sentient beings, that much will be preventing ourselves from causing any harm to them.
Usually, moms doesn't get angry with kids. Sometimes they show anger, but they show anger is not to harm the kids. They don't want their kids to make trouble. Therefore, they show a little bit of sometimes Tibetan, because voice.
Pinch.
Even the here Tibetan moms, they pinch kids' butt. They don't want to pinch here. If maybe they pinch here, maybe they go to school. The teacher asks what happened, then they have trouble. They pinch dust, No one see. Anyway, But even they pinch their moms, but they're not angry. They're not want to harm the kids. They want to.
So the motivation is to help the child to behave well.
Then sometimes moms want to show a little bit rough, mostly the peaceful. Anyway, then we say we don't need to talk about Buddhism. Moms. Also, that's also very kind, but most moms. Maybe also maybe moms, maybe dad's a little. Father's a little bit jealous. What talk about? I'm all together, same way. But usually, because moms who have really child, they have experience. When they become pregnant, until the baby come out, they cannot eat whatever they want to eat. They cannot do whatever they want to do. They have to take care, even 9 months. They're very hard. They're very horrible. They go through very difficult things. And after come back, then that's also kidding, But usually kids like to most mother. People like the father and mother. Some kids like father the most. And moms more, close. Because you can check. The kids become, I don't know, here maybe they put some mission. They some different moms here, the kids maybe here. Even the Tibetan, when kids born, they don't have a hospital here. They have no nurse, mom take care, bring back. Then they wrap some, animal skin. Then just a moment, the kiwi mom put the milk in the kid's mouth, then the kids just quiet, otherwise they cry. Then that time the kid's child doesn't know who's the person, but they're just strong influence to their mom, the protector for them. They're just looking there, they just fall close to mom. And when they have to separate with mom, then they automatically cry. They cross, then they relax. Even I heard the kids here, they put some mom's clothes with the kids also more quiet. This is in the nature to the moms has more strong compassion, love. This love usually is a little bit pushed behind your attachment, but look at that compassion. Therefore, this is all the ego, all the sentiments. Animals also same, you see. The birds, some, they mix the nest,
Nest.
Hollow heart, then they baby born, then they sleep there, all the sentiments has very strong compassion. The kids, this is nature. Therefore, now we talk about Buddhism. We said all sentient beings,
all sentient being has been our mother.
But then we need to think about when you meditation, the mashi,
So how do you meditate on recognizing all sentient beings as your mother? So is it right if you were to think that all sentient beings are my mother?
That's right.
Is it right?
Right.
Are all sentient beings your mother?
Yeah. Are all sentient?
Are they your mother?
They have that.
No, they're not right now, right? So if you think that they are my mother, then it's wrong, right? So you can't improve that mind, right? So the mistaken mind, is whatever the object that's mistaken you're holding on to, that's the mistaken mind, right?
This man is correct or not? Everybody says, oh, I'm teenager.
So is that right mind? If you think you're a teenager, but you're not, but if you think you're a teenager, is that right mind? But we have all been teenagers, right? So if we think that we have been teenagers, then is that right mind?
Yes.
Why? Because we have been teenagers, right?
How do you guys a good teenager or bad teenager? Anyway,
so if you think all sentient beings are your mother, then it is the wrong mind, right? So no matter how long you meditate on that mind, you will never be able to increase that realization, right? So if you think if all sentient being has been your mother, then is that a wrong mind?
Okay.
So that's you're saying they have been your mother, right? Of course, you have to prove, in many different ways, how they have been your mother. But at least you're thinking that they have been your mother, right?
Okay. Don't meditation wrong.
So you should not make mistake on that. So shouldn't meditate on the wrong or mistaken thought. If I think Ian is my mother, that's the wrong mind, right? That's a mistaken mind, mistaken thought, because Ian is not my mother, right?
Also, you don't need to do that. He's man, he's not mother. So, then I think maybe Ian had been to my mother, then that we can think about it a little bit, but that more sense, right? Today is that Kadina Mashi Gombaina, Simchel Jung, my chain, you are race, Ticola Son of Mongo, and if that chain is into some town race.
So recognition of all sentient beings as your mother, when you meditate on that topic, then where you have to think is that they have been your mother, not thinking that they are your mother. They have been your mother.
당간도 간접 적고를 했어. 난 아마 적고에나 다 당간도 다 maybe everybody adult. Everybody adult. How we become adult? We just come to the adult. For the moment, the year. We're not just today, the adult, right? Was adult. But they come to moment, second, I don't know, what's the small one, second?
Millisecond.
Or millisecond, then second, then hour, then day, then, day, night, then 24 hours, then, month, then year. Now we become very, when we get up, hurt the knees. When you walk, hurt the knees. When we was a child, that we don't have problem when you get out this, When I was last night, I was running, maybe half hour, just this morning, my whole body so. But today, by the Geshe, 당간도 단단히 친구도 영화대 그 되게 똑똑한 영화 말이었어.
So you didn't become adult or grown up just like that in a moment, right?
간지 맞지 계산기 대링게 됐던 저거를 계산을 말수 없다. 세번도 되게 저거. 가상대 대리도 있죠. 교우지 진짜 받는 땅요 나와 바빠는 나도 추주 아메 마제 자가 부춘주 낸자데 근데 친구 나도 자상을 봤어.
So like that, when we separate, the process, of how we grew up, then you can separate into all this, in the shortest amount of time. But anyway, so if you count yesterday and today, today's I is not yesterday's. Today's is the result, the result of the yesterday. Yesterday is the cause, and today is the result. Just like that, yesterday's one is the result of different yesterday's. So when you go back like that, then 2 days before, so 2 months, years, and then you go back all the way like that, to your childhood.
다들 간의 용어서나 대용어들은 가서 연락이 전화 현지지에서 이 용어에서 이제 전화돼요.
And so when we talk about the cause and effect, there are two kind of causes. It's called the substantial cause and the auxiliary cause.
연락이 제세 딱 이게 가려지면 대도 뒤가 런도 대제도 마시. 대제도 뒤모르고 그래서 연락이 제세 돼.
So the substantial cause they have to be of the same substances. So then when the cause and effect have to have some same substance, so that they can turn or change into the cause can change into the result.
현지지에서 다 대가 땡칭이라고 초칭이라고 하면서 그 뒤모르고 말해서.
So the auxiliary cause, is like a condition, that helps for that result, for producing that result. It doesn't have to change into the nature of the result.
근데가 대리게 셈데 산이 셈티 저로 그래서 딱 모바지로 그래서.
So yesterday's mind and today's mind, they're cause and effect. So yesterday's mind is the substantial cause of today's mind. So yesterday's mind became today's mind.
아니 계산이 부모들이 대지시면 되는 거 부모들이 다 무슨 말이에요?
Same with the body. Yesterday's body and today's body. So yesterday's body is the substantial cause of today's body. So yesterday's body became today's body.
샘 본보 연행진으로 와도 본보 샘 연행진으로 와서 다 무슨 말이야?
And so it has to be of same substance, and therefore, it cannot be of different substance. Like the mind and the matter, they are of different substance. So mind can become matter, or matter cannot become mind. So because they are of different substance.
This can't be never found scientist. Also, if you go to Google, you can try. You never find. They say, look, you're not found. I said, you're not found. 근데 이 말인자 다 나도 샘살이 다 나도 샘살이 시도 와서 이거 전부 다 통화해봐. 통화해봐 쓰게 해서.
And so in this way, when you trace back your mind, the mind, today's mind came from yesterday, yesterday's from day from yesterday, and this year's from last year, and then this life from last life, and so therefore, when you go back like that, then you can go back and back and back, and you will never find where it started from. So it's called beginningless.
근데 다 나도 보고 마지막으로 주시오. 이나 되게 제와 남아대 다 간제 마지다 봐봐 밤마다까지 대로시원 티카까지 남시대 이거 중요한 거래 들어와.
And so the child's mind, is not produced by the parents. It's the substantial result, of its substantial cause, which is the mind in the previous life. And so in the previous life it passed away, and then that mind entered into the body of the parents in this life.
아니 밤에 그저고 자치 다 당당하고 다
And so into the parents' sperm and egg, and then so that turned the sperm and egg, that turned into the body later.
근데 전에다 근데 그저대는 도움에 왔어. 대밤에 도움에 왔어.
So there's no beginning to that sperm and egg either, because if you go back, then of that parent, of that parent, of that parent.
근데자 샘라야 도움에 맞아 소복샷이 내려야 도움 되게 말해서.
So there's no beginning to mind, so there's no beginning, to this body if you trace back.
근데 제가 나도 제발아야 나시 공시에 제시 다 진의 시는 가시 가시 바는 다 막고 그랬어요.
So, so in that way, so if you are born from, I mean, there are 4 different kind of births. So there's like a birth from womb, from the egg and so forth. So if you are born from womb, then you definitely have to have mother, right?
근데 다 나도 제발 도마 매와서 다 아마 도마에 말했어. 그래.
So because there is no beginning to the life, there's no way to count how many mothers we have had.
근데 다 나도 제발 통하서 삼삼 포체는 삼삼 모체에 다 포션의 포체와도 모션의 모체하고 그래. 대용 말했어. 가지고 있게 없어.
So sometimes we have been born as male, sometimes we have been born as female. It's not certain that if you die as a male, you'll be born as a male. If you die as female, you'll be born as female. You can be born anything.
어떻게 맞아? 다 겨울 도마면은 말랑 잠깐만서 말 잠깐만서 다 나도 리페기 간지 생진 간지 나도 봐마 제용을 했었는데나 다 리파다다 되게 좋아.
So because there's no beginning to the life, and also there's no way to count the number of sentient beings who have been your mother, and therefore you can say that all sentient being has been your mother. So that logic would work to think that all sentient beings have been your mother.
Otherwise, if we think over here group is everybody my mother, then this is we are almost we are maybe same age, not much difference. They cannot come to other mother, but we say, oh, they had been my mother. This logic they can walk. 근데 쟤네 간지 다 진짜만 뭐 소모탄에 생존을 줬다. 내 마치는 거래서 그랬어.
So thinking many reasons in this way, then you can think that that all sentient being has been your mother.
어떤지 인자 아니 다 내가 단단하게 마치고 가려야 maybe some moms the kids they know really can't for them. Most of them say that they really can't. When I was some other place last 2 years ago, then we talked about how we kind of mothers. The one girl said, "This is not true. My mother is very bad for me." There's some parts coming. This happen, but most moms really can't for the kids. 근데 이제 다 세디 아마도 가르쳐와야 다 저와시마도 다 개체요. 대고 다 되게 저와시 남마도 다 가르쳐와야 다 소소라 쭉 가르치는 데는 나도 바로 전했어요. 그래서
So just like the mother of this life has been very kind to you in many different ways, so just like that, when other sentient being has been your mother in one of the previous lives, they have been very kind to you at the time when they were your mother. And so, because since all sentient being has been your mother, they have all been very kind to you. So then that way, you have to think about their kindnesses.
근데 소소라 야부 정해놨다 나도 제목 찾았나 나도 봐도 제가 말았어. 야부 정해놨어.
And so those who have been very good to us, when we grow up, we will not think of doing bad things to others. And those people, right? We think about being doing good to them.
When we were teenagers, then we don't think their parents were kind us. Terrible for us, They don't need to let for us whatever we want, whatever we do, They always
No,
don't do this. No. But the Westerns are very surprised. Their kids very walk to know, Even the kids come to here, they're very quiet. And the parents say, shh, the kids completely quiet. And Tibetans, I don't know.
No.
Of course, in Tibet, other place, and here also. I don't know, I told the parents, what difference is there? In here, the Western kids and Tibetan kids, they grow up same area. They go to school same area. But Tibetan kids, little cozy when they come, some big place. They just run. Even the parents try to them, they doesn't listen. But I don't know how you guys training. If then this will right, Tibetan New Year. Yeah. This will Wednesday, Tibetan New Year. Also that Tibetan Prime Minister was come here. Who's from the Boston, he went to Dharamsala, when he gave to politics power all for him. But he comes just some events in US also, he come to see his family. He's here, then that morning he come also here, then maybe he can talk a little bit. Or Tibetans also. If you luck, also please welcome. Then, but you have a little patient. You know, Tibetan kids, you know, they don't, also they don't kill each other.
They're not very well disciplined like you guys.
They're very patient. And then, anyway, during that time, kid time, you know, we always parents say, no, the kids never think of parents terrible for us, you know. Even we really think, you know, even if he doesn't know how you eat, parents should teach for us how you eat. Even if he doesn't know how you pee, parents teach how you pee, right? We think about the counting, we can't. If we say, no things that maybe we don't like, you know, but whatever we do now, things, first main teachers, the parents. Therefore their moms really can't. Then this life mom, previous life mom, pushes mom, all the moms really can't. Therefore we say, moms really can't. Then we doesn't want to harm to, for us very can't person, we don't want to harm. Even somebody very can't for us, we harm back them, then people say, oh, what happened to this person? Maybe their mind's not really stable.
So someone who has been very kind to you and helpful to you, if you cause harm to that person, you know, then others will think that you are crazy, right? So if you think about their kindnesses in this way, then it will help you not to, you know, cause harm to them, you know, not to be jealous, you know, of them and so forth.
Okay, this is just general. Now we start with the main text. I gave you some homework last week. You guys remember? 다 담보 신의 때문에 변해서 그러는데 다시 제일 was.
So there are 8 benefits, you know, of relying on spiritual guide, right?
What? Anyone say? Who says this is the best person? Someone say? You say? Yeah.
One will come closer to Buddhahood.
Yeah.
It pleases the victorious ones.
Correct? Then?
One will not come under the influence of demons and bad friends.
Yeah.
One will not fall under the influence of delusions and bad actions.
Then?
And the next one is the insights and realizations one has into the path will increase.
Hallelujah. Then?
One will never be separate from the Guru in all lifetimes.
Yeah.
One will not fall into the lower realms. And all the short and long-term achievements will be effortlessly accomplished.
Good. Good job. Everybody remember? It's more important, okay?
So okay, we'll start from there now.
다 산지 공부하라. 예 와서 애들 양 다 배셔나가 손이 전에 양 사진이 셔도 왔어.
So the first one, which is you will become Buddhahood. So according to the text here, that itself is divided into 2. So it explains how you become closer to Buddhahood, in what way, and so forth.
아니 신인 실산지 공부하라. 예 와야 신인 때문에 변해요. 그래서
So generally, becoming closer to Buddhahood, you know, is the benefit of relying on a spiritual guide.
대가리나 라메 강송 같은 소설 냠소 나와 있나? 당도 나와 있나? 가지다 산지 공부하는 얘기를 해 들어와.
But that depends again, you know, if you practice well, you know, So if you practice whatever you've been taught by the spiritual guide, then you become closer to Buddhahood.
These things we have to think about. What just experience or teaching, what are the books? It's why? Why we close to Buddha? Right? For example, we are very close to, we are very, how to say? When you guys maybe, school teacher, maybe high school, maybe, then students, how they listen for you, then be more close than the student, right? Because they're very good student. They doesn't study, doesn't do homework, doesn't do lesson, you then you also learn very far backward. Because they doesn't listen, they doesn't do whatever you say. Look, same exactly. Whatever Buddha advised for us, we completely follow them. Of course, Buddha more close for us. Of course, we more close for us. Because we purify all the negatives. Purify all negatives. Then we more close to Buddha. You are that kind of thing. Not just, when we listen to teachers, then we are close to teacher. Buddha, then we don't think reason. Why? This is not just a story. It is one reason. 근데 여자들이랑 좋았어. 남자 까와참 엄마를 저기 사람은 같이 그 체질을 놓쳐봐야 이게 신년 처지요 때발에 중스러워. 아니 나라메지 예측장 라면 남절 남지 쏟아 셔발에 정말 진짜 나라서지 남들이 있는데.
So just like it says, you come closer to Buddha by practicing the instruction he taught you. Since one general benefit of relying on a spiritual guide is that you will get nearer to Buddhahood, although the other paths and their stages require many countless years to achieve Buddhahood. Some people can be led to the state in only one lifetime because they have devoted themselves to the spiritual guide. So this highest tantra to achieve extremely quickly, and Guru Yoga is the very the life blood of the tantric path. This can be seen, for example, in the Milarepa's life story. So let's read together from the one that I just started reading, one general benefit of relying on the spiritual guide. From there, all the way to the next page, 221, to the next next heading. You'll also come closer to Buddhahood through making offerings to the Guru and serving him. So, one general benefit of relying on a spiritual guide is that you will get nearer to Buddhahood. Although the others' paths and their stages require many countless years to achieve Buddhahood, some people can be led to this state in only one lifetime because they have devoted themselves to a spiritual guide. The highest tantra too achieve this extremely quickly, and Guru Yoga is the very lifeblood of the tantric path. This can be seen, for example, in Milarepa's life story. I could quote you such verses through his kindness in the state of great bliss, or through his compassion in the sphere of great bliss. That is, if you devote yourself to the Guru properly, through his kindness and compassion, you will give the state of Dhammakaya, the sphere of great bliss in a short lifetime only, which is but an instant in this given time. The human lifetime is only an instant compared to the lifespans of all beings in hell, below, and God's above. Moreover, the human lifespan is but an instant compared with the length of time spent in samsara. If you are not properly devoted to the Guru, you will not develop even the slightest realization into the stages of the path, no matter what practices you cultivate, even but if you devote yourself properly, you will soon attain a state of unification, even though this only requires many years of achievement. As the essence of Nectar says, the great unification is most difficult to achieve. It even after perseverance of 100-fold storm over oceans of countless years. They have said one can easily achieve it in one short lifetime in this region and age, but mankind cannot stop. Yeah, even in the specific tradition, one happens to pass quickly, even Buddha's devotion second. Pabongka Rinpoche then told the life story of the Bodhisattva, Sadapradudita. If we were to meet a Buddha, says a good thing, I have met a Buddha, I have met my Guru. This may be well and good, but Sadapradudita was found as Buddha and was not satisfied. Instead, he searched for a Guru. This is a vital point. For no one can benefit us as much as Guru, with whom we have had a common relationship over all our rivers. Sadapradudita might have been satisfied at the time of meeting his teacher, with offering of the Kurukulla jewel given he had received from India. Sadapradudita, however, cut the flesh from his own blood and then blessed himself in order to honor and revere his Guru. This was to give the greatest force of his of the two types of accumulation. Sadapradudita had already achieved the single point of concentration called continuous Dharma. When he had this vision of many Buddhas, he saw the impact on the great level behind the path of accumulation. Then he met Dharma Kota. Level of cultivation in the general Dharma level. On the path of preparation, he achieved this miracle because of his master's devotion to his spiritual life. They say that other Bodhisattvas have to spend on an intermediate good deal on building up their accumulation while on the first second of the Bodhisattva level. So therefore, the devotion means that you will reach Buddhahood quickly. You will come closer to Buddhahood if you rely on him. That is, if you put into practice whatever instructions he gives you. And you will reach Buddhahood sooner if you rely on the complete path, rather than one person who can only teach the small scope. If a disciple who is suitable vessel, in other words, one who can endure temptation, meets up with the Guru capable of teaching the whole path, they say that all difficulties will melt away, as if the Buddha had arranged this himself. Padambasanga said, you will reach any places you desire if the Guru carries you there. So people of Tigri offer him reverence and respect as the Yoni's prize. Nagarjuna said, if a person fell from the peak of the king of mountains, he will still fall, even though he thought I shall not fall. If you receive beneficial teachings through the Guru's kindness, you will still be liberated, though you think I shall not be liberated. That is, if you fell from the top of the high mountain, you could not stop even if you fell in a temple. Similarly, if your Guru devotion is sound, it will lead you to the peak of samsara. Even though you might feel I will not be liberated, but you cannot travel even the list of stages and paths if you do not rely on the Guru.
Because we have to read this, maybe when we finish this book, everybody read one time. It's very good to know, opportunity. No?
So you would have read one time the whole book. So it's a great way of accumulating a great amount of merit.
That means, okay, now I'm going to read the lam-rim, then one day maybe 2 people can't finish all them. Maybe every day just read one page. One day finish. Later, lower, lapa, chado, tuition, take a pen,
So the benefits of even reading or touching, and so forth, said that cannot even be explained by the Buddha.
Also, there may be here many.
And also there are many beings, humans and non-humans, who are around, and they hear it too. So, in that way, you also encourage a lot of merit.
What is talking about? Melare benamta, melare basan kanje techi leche da sanji, lama maba, yenga ye, yedo, ta sama chazang ke samba do joani techi temati, sanji kama tosu marwas.
So there's the life story of the Lama, Milarepa, who devoted completely to his guru Lama Marpa, through action and through thoughts. So because because of following that way, devoting in that way, then he achieved state of enlightenment in one lifetime. So why we are left behind is because we have not been able to devote ourselves completely to the Guru through our thoughts and actions.
아니 디오다 라마 주고 와 강가도 대화 친구야. 그래서 공부 주고 라마 주고 라마 주고 간제 라마 강가 가져다 두절이 되는 대화 친구 상지 공부 더 대다 라마 쓰지 때문에 인지 체대지가 더 라마 때문에 중요해 해서
And then also it says, I quote, I could quote you such verse as though through his kindness in the state of great bliss, or through his compassion in the spirit of great bliss. That is, if you devote yourself to the Guru properly, through his kindness and compassion, he will and give you the state of Dharmakaya, the spirit of great bliss in one short lifetime. So in one lifetime, which is very, very short, right, compared to the lifetime, lifespan, of the hells below and the gods above. Compared to that, this is very, very short.
And Baba told me that
He said that Arya Sangha, who visited, the God realm, and he was there for one morning, of the God realm. But then when he came back, the 50 years of human life already spent. So our life is very short. And so if we compare with those lifespans of the gods and the hell beings, then our lifespan is very, very short. So even if you do the highest practice of the tantras, if you don't rely on the spiritual guide, then you will not be able to generate any realizations. But if you rely, or devote yourself properly to the Guru, and then the state of unification can be achieved in a very short lifetime, which usually takes years to achieve. So you said the essence of the nectar. Says the great unification is the most difficult to achieve, even after perseverance, 100-fold strong over oceans, countless eons. But they say, one can easily achieve it in one short lifetime, in this short life, in this degenerate age, by relying on the Guru's power. So if you devote yourself completely to the Guru and listen or do whatever he or she says, then you will be led into a correct path. You will never fall into the wrong path. If a student listens to his teacher in the school and studies just as being advised by the teacher, then the student will become very well qualified, right? Educated.
On the
other hand, if the student doesn't listen to the teacher, don't do his studies or homeworks and so forth, then no matter what teacher do, he will never be able to have all these knowledges, right?
Same as me. All this, no jump up. Dimso Tagari Otashi is a Demana page of Mesare, something Penmaris. Peach, Jinse. 가리 팬도에서 쏜다고 그래서.
So you don't just think they're saying that there's a great benefit, of relying on a spiritual teacher, but how is there all these benefits? In what way there are all these benefits? If you rely on spiritual guide.
어디지? 다때마다 누르라야. 라마 댄스 쳐봐도 보가 쉬니 다 쉬는다. 이녀대 장처선다 빠르게 해야 되겠다. 로직 송사로 왔어.
And then, so this says, even in the Sutric tradition, one travels the path quickly if one's guru devotion is exceptional. And then here, Pabongka Rinpoche told the story of this Bodhisattva, Sadaparudita.
간제 나도 저거나 다 상기를 있는데 지금. 남아서 깨닫 침몰하고 주도 통보가 얘기지는 다 왔다 쇼에 생각도 쇼적으로 왔어. 와 나래 상기 담았잖아. 남아서 답이 상진지 아니냐니 대초가시 그래서 쇼도 통보다 깨닫 침몰들이 나왔다 쇼에 다 상기는 이해로 와. 대만이지 남아 쇼도 통보되게 다 주고 얘기 깨닫 침몰이 가지 거가 들어가나 야고 쇼좀 못돼 적으로 왔어.
So if we see someone, a lama, who is sitting on a very high throne, and then we will all rush to see him. And of course, if we see the Buddha, then we will be very happy that we have seen the Buddha. So if he's someone who has a great name or great fame, then we will all run after towards that person, right?
근데 산지 전체가 빠르게 때 맞아 버렸어. 아니 산지 뭐 제가 다 대가 조금 맞아 가지네. 소소도 개방 뭐 보고 다시까지 들어와 얘기지. 많이 해도 다 너무 세대 봐 버렸어.
So Sada Parudita, which is like it's always crying, and it's always crying. Bodhisattva always crying, and so he was not content with just meeting with the Buddhas. He always kept in search of his guru that he has a relationship with.
어떤지서 남아서야돼 지금도 포나라 요런 모나라 요런 몇자나라 요런 자연나라 요런 나도 인증지 남아서 이게 지금한테 그것이 말해 들어봐.
And so the lama, can be, in any form. It could be as a male, or could be a female, could be a lay person, or could be an ordained person. So it's not necessary that has to be only ordained person.
간제 만지 수술하지 개도 올라도 처제 땜. 이게 땜 받고 수술하지 세면 야고 병이 들어가 있나? 아니 수술보다 충격이 들어가고 수술을 해서.
And so if the teacher shows the right path, explains to you what exactly to abandon, what exactly to adopt, and by doing that, if it benefits you, then you can rely on that person as your teacher.
그래도 이제 세장 라마 된지와지 유용하게 다까지 소소도 세다 내진 저와이 별나만이 많지가 있나? 다 소도 소목에 쓴다니까 나도 마지 코시라 팬도 말해줘.
So it says here, right, this is a vital point, for no one can benefit us as much as a guru with whom we have had a karmic relationship over all our rebirths.
어디 되내지는데 저 되내다 양수들 남아야 제와 배야 양식 다 전부치 된데 비나 추워야 되나 다 저기가 빠른 게 되게 되게 마서 수술 쏙쏙하게 쳐다 아니 봐봐 다 저기도 출발라 배야게 쳐다 다 수술 쏙쏙하게 이제 수술 수보기 샤양리도 심하다 아니 차다니 어떤 데 강했어 소문도 좋아도 다 이해해서.
And so Sadaparudita, Sadaparudita was not content with that, just seeing the Buddha. So he wanted to find his a real teacher. So when he found, then usually you can please the guru by making offerings of the jewels and so forth. But he didn't want to just offer those things, those ordinary things. So he, in order to accumulate merit, he said that he cut his own flesh and shed a blood, in order to make offering to the guru. And so I think there's a story related to that.
근데 니마야 내가 티가야 근데 딱 아마시래 사야면에 아니 뭐라 보고 산조치 되고 가라야 안다 kontrol 말이지. 좋아. 아니 대가라야 아마디 모르는 거 소장니까 그리고 사도면서
전선 따도 뭐.
같이 따도 내가 상식 뭐지래 가지고 생각도 요지.
상계실도 거든.
대신으로. 보다 산시에도 가지 들지 그래서
그도 고마.
그것도 고마대. 딱 저거 마시러 와. 아니 수수가 차다네. 딱 모델 수수 소재가 리바면서 수수가 차 수수 다네. 이 차에서 되면 딱 상게 들어봐. 이제 다시 방법도 알려지 했더니 상기 전에도 따르게 이루어지 되는
So there is also a story of Buddha Shakyamuni in one of his previous lives, when he was a prince, walking in the forest, with his brothers. He saw this mother tiger, with her cubs, and they were all very hungry. And she was so hungry that she was almost like attempting to eat her own cubs. And then seeing that, Buddha Shakyamuni in that lifetime had a very strong compassion towards those animals. So he cut his own, like offered his body to the tiger, but she wouldn't eat it. She was so weak to eat. So then he took a stick and cut his own flesh. And when she smelled the blood or tasted the blood, then she started to eat his flesh. So I think it's similar to that, this story here.
You know this story here?
Oh, this one.
Yeah, I don't know this. Anyway, it's okay. Then some there. What did you tell me? And Sanjay Mumbo, Shazi, Chuchi, thing in the top. And the two emperors, the watching the Song Chimoa, Imbala, the Chasmares, the new Chumba with Sanjay Suzu, giving Chumba and Jenny Chitin, that's Sajiva. The two emperors, they show a data, she needed to tell you, she was the show. 대만이 어디 젠데 마다 서르진 내가 딱까지 담는 선도 쪽으로 왔다 다른 것을 했으나 신이 때도 야부치가 있는 다 종제들 도구에서.
So then, so in this way, when he met his guru, Dhammagata, who taught him Dhamma, and then he stood with the master of the 8th Bodhisattva levels and developed the patience in ungenerated Dhamma level of the path of preparation.
근데다 라마 서지 때봐 주마자다 산제 공간에 미니 다와튼 저 공간통은 라마 서지 때봐 쇼 조직 다 라마 서지 때봐 다 라레 말이죠.
So it's all it all depends on the guru, how much you devote to your guru, whether you achieve liberation or enlightenment. It all depends on how you properly or strongly devote to the guru.
대가도 들어야 되나? 좋아. 산 다와든지 공부하던 소수 가렸나? 소수 들어가서 소수 공연을 지내도 그러다. 너만 가지라 그래서 나.
So then again, we might ask question to ourselves, and we might think, I achieved liberation or enlightenment, through my own hard work. I meditated, I practiced. Through that, I achieved state of Buddhahood. So how could it be a guru through whose kindness I achieved this Buddhahood?
We think about that. But that's what so college of Devashanadi syllables.
But the practice, the meditation, the accumulation of merit, all this, the way to accumulate merit, all these things, how did you, get to learn to do those things? It's through the teacher, right? Teacher taught you to do those things, and so then you were able to do that.
나도 섬로 마다는 나도 걔가 단단하도 이게 지시한 로시오 모라땅 지시한 건가 수수치야 상으로 나도 최소 상대.
So if we don't think, we might think it's all by ourselves, right? So like being able to read, being able to write, being able to drive, and so forth. All these things, we might think that it's all because of our own self, right? If we don't think. But in reality, it is because somebody was there to teach you, right?
도시 상담하면서 갑자기 야 말은 공개와 I'm going to teach it by myself. How? Teach it. 신이 때문에 가져가려고 성 대용으로 왔어.
So you might say that when you just think it, you might say, I'm doing a meditation. How could it depend on the devoting to the guru for me to achieve liberation or enlightenment?
what lama yabu 가질 때마다 대퇴지 다 산지공을 얘기를 했어.
And so how much strongly you devote to the guru, that much closer you will get to Buddhahood.
아니 저 중일함 천이바시가 때마다 남 요소 때마시가 때마니 수가지는 다남 요소 때마다 때마나 다 되게 명을 되게 약을 했어.
And so if you rely on a guru, someone, a guru who can only show you the part of the path, or a guru who can show you the complete part of the path, then it is better to show rely on a guru who can show you the complete part of the path.
그래서 람 요소 때 라마시다 람마 까까리 자등진 tre바잖아 다 산제 라바 상황하지 되는 다 요거 산제가 돼서
It says that's like the Lama who can teach you the complete path, and the students who can endure the austerities. And when they meet up with the Guru capable of teaching the whole path, they say that all difficulties will melt away.
다 나도 저와서 뭐라도 가르쳐내 말했어. 나도 라마는 다 산제 이나지 저요 왔어. 남녀도 대신.
So we have met with the teachers who are like the actual Buddha, right? But why are we still not able to achieve enlightenment or liberation?
Because it doesn't do effort. Right?
So that's because we were not able to endure those austerities, or was not able to make those efforts.
아니 파타마 산지가네 라메 자네 간도 아데 라메 장와 가와는다 간지 라마 장와 가와는 내가 그래서 근데다 라마랑 무기치고 그래서 라마랑 기십치고 그래서 was.
And so that's why Pabongka Rinpoche says here, you will reach any place you desire if the Guru carries you there. So people of Tingri offer him reverence and respect, and as the journey's prize.
아니 뭐를 저거야. 내가 다 빼셔내려. 아저가 째네 마사르는 딱 나를 기대서 사금에 마사르는 그 선을 고 사르고 그래서. 아니 라메 땡지범이 다 라로 이게 라메 야보 있대. 라메 깔려져 들어오이나 당한 그걸 조금 매사지 토고 매사만 고 들어오고 그래서.
So also Nagarjuna said here, right, if a person fell from the peak of the king of mountains, then he will still fall, even though he thought, I shall not fall. If you receive beneficial teachings through the Guru's kindness, you will still be liberated through, though you think, I shall not be liberated. And so even if you think that, when you are falling, you're already falling, you can't stop it in the middle, right? So you're already falling. You can't, even if you think I'm not falling, you still fall. So just if you have a magical teacher who can teach you the complete path, and you yourself can make all the effort that is required, then even though you don't want to achieve liberation, you will still achieve liberation.
Then, 다 개개서 가는 상제서 가는 건 변화.
So whether it's the Guru or the Buddha, they all says we should not create non-virtuous actions, right? Especially the 10 non-virtuous actions.
10 non-virtuous 가리가 들어 가리 찍을 쉬워야 가는 되게 무거워서
So whichever of these 10 non-virtuous actions you engage in, that creates a negative karma for you, right?
되게 야무나 라마도가 야무나 로마도가 제일 좋아.
So that will bring suffering, unhappiness to yourself and to the others, right?
뭐 대지에서마다 레디 득배레사는 다른도 가정에서 용하냐 되게 그래요.
So by doing that, by engaging in those any of those 10 non-virtuous actions, you create the negative karma. And so because of the negative karma, you leave the imprint in your mind, and then when that ripens, then you fall into the lower realms. And so as advised, if you don't do that, then you are creating a positive action. So the Guru advises you not to engage in that, and if you also don't engage in that, then you will not go through those sufferings. And also Buddha advice, or Guru advises that you should not get angry. If you get angry, then you yourself will be unhappy, and the friends and the people around you will be also unhappy. So if you're not angry, then you'll be happy. You feel the peaceful, yes, and the friends and people around you also will feel peace. And so in this way, you should think about the disadvantages and the advantages of the positive and negative karmas. So not just saying that it's bad because Buddha said it, but also you should think that why it's bad and how, in what way it's bad.
Right? Usually, very important, not just blind faith.
Blind faith.
Blind faith. We need to investigation. Why? Why we need to do this? Usually we have samsara and happiness, right? Everybody feels samsara happiness. The Buddhism says this happiness we call suffering. It doesn't call happiness. Deva.
So the samsaric happiness, the happiness that we think that's a happiness, the happiness that we experience in our life, is not really happiness. It is actually a suffering, the suffering of change. So like you going to the parties, dancing and drinking and enjoying. So that's kind of happiness, right? Or you go on a vacation. It's supposed to be happiness, right? So, but in reality, from the Dharma point of view, and in reality, it is a suffering, suffering of change. So, because when you go on vacation, you have to go through all these difficulties, right? Packing, buying tickets, spending money, and so forth, right? So, and then again, you have to work hard to earn money, and so forth. So, that itself is so much suffering there. And then again, also same with going to the parties. You go to the party, you stay late, drink and sleep, and stay up until like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then next day you wake up, you have pain and headache and so forth, and so they suffer, right, coming from that.
Sometimes I call my friends in New York. I said, I call in the morning, maybe 10 o'clock. I said, I'm really slept. What happened? I said, because I went to London and party, then it's there. And in the morning, now we're tired, and headache,
So those are something that we can see. It's very obvious to us, right? We can see it right there.
I don't know. We're very happy. We need to buy a new car, completely new car. The moment after we buy, we have money is just already there. We don't want other people to hit us. Right? We need to really care about killing, then we have to pay. Just something there coming.
So, the worldly people, like us, will think that is happiness, right? But from the Dharma point of view, it's all suffering.
Right?
So the happiness we have, is unstable. It doesn't stay as happiness all the time. It changes into suffering. So that's why it's called suffering of change. And therefore, we have to free ourselves from all these samsaric happinesses and sufferings, of course, and to achieve liberation.
Okay.
And so that's why it said in the Guide to the Buddhist Way of Life, right? Oh, blind one, this time, do not fall asleep.
Right. We are not blind. We can see everything, but they are called us to blind.
So don't just move on, being distracted, to the contaminated happiness of samsara.
Okay. Then we can stop. Then everybody try our best. Okay? And any questions? We take some questions. And no questions. And I don't know what we do next homework. Yes.
Lama Zopa Rinpoche said that even if the guru is an ordinary being, if we have faith that they're a Buddha and we devote to them as if they were a Buddha, even if in reality they haven't achieved Buddhahood, that we'll still achieve realizations if we simply have faith that they're a Buddha. Is that? I just wanted to check with that. Is that? So even if the guru is an ordinary being, if we think of them as a Buddha, so will we still achieve realization?
Yeah, of course. Lama Shinab Cheda. Lama Shinab Cheda. Ingi Lama Rana is always. Lama Koran Sanjay Kichama.
So yes, it's not saying that the guru has to be a Buddha. It's saying that you have to see the guru as Buddha. So it doesn't matter whether the guru is Buddha or not. But if you see the guru as a Buddha, then you receive the blessing of Buddha.
We have the story. This is not too long, I already told many times, but maybe I have a translation about it. So remind you guys. In Tibetan Amdo area, one nomad family, she has one son. Then the son went to Lhasa, I don't know, Buddha Gaya. Then she asked for her son, please bring for me blessing from Buddha Valak. The son went to Lhasa, I don't know, he completely forgot. When he come back to home, then he saw that his family is in a house. Then he just remembered, oh, my mom said this, I forgot. Then he saw just dogs, dead body dog. Their skins all meats all gone, just only bones there. Then he just jumped there. He cut the dog in a tooth. Then he rubbed a very nice silk, very nice things. Then he gives the mom. Mom said, "Oh, this is Buddha, relax." Then mom, she doesn't have any doubt. He said, "Oh, this is real Buddha, relax." She had very strong faith. She offering, she prostration. Then she got
real relic bone.
Yeah, real relic bone from the dog's tooth. Because the dog's tooth is real dog's tooth, not Buddha tooth, but she had very strong faith.
Yes, so whatever Rinpoche said is exactly how it is.
So is it possible for the student to achieve Buddhahood before the guru?
It's very possible.
How was it? Yes, definitely.
Yes. Not need to all the Buddhas. I think in Pangalayamba, yes,
so that's definitely possible.
Then would they be working for the guru's benefit if they achieve Buddhahood first?
Yeah, of course, you can say you're achieving enlightenment for the benefit of that guru also who is not enlightened, but doesn't mean that you are the only one who's going to lead him. There are so many other gurus, so many other Buddhas. Could be any of those Buddhas who's leading. So it's not definite. It's not definite that you're going to be the one to lead him.
But maybe we don't worry to be enlightenment before the guru. I'm joking. Yeah.
Thank you, Geshe. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, if no question, then we can stop.
I would like to humbly request a special recognition and prayer our California Center founder, Pabongka Rinpoche, is having health concerns, and I'd like if we can all just devote some long life prayers to him. He's a very special person in this world, and he's having challenges. Thank you.
So at the time when we do the dedication, you can all think about him and pray for him to have a long and healthy life. Thank you.
Thank you.
For our concluding prayers, please turn to page 39. The Thanksgiving Mandala offering in English and the request for Lama to remain long in Tibetan. And then the Geshe Ngawang Tenley lam-rim prayer in English.